G'day everyone, Paul Stoner, CEO of Biggin & Scott, joined by Russell Cambridge from our Richmond office today.
G'day Paul.
Who we haven't interviewed before for Office of the Month.
Must be at least a month.
Yeah, so we're talking about August, which sometimes can be a great month, sometimes can be a quiet month, and you'd have to say stock in general for everybody watching has been an issue in this first half of the new year, new financial year. How'd it go for you guys?
Well, it went well. We're Office of the Month. Interesting, Paul. Interesting stat. I've always got one up my sleeve. Yeah. Twice in 23 years, August has been our best month of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah, happened to be the year that my second daughter was born, I think. It was a crazy one, and Chris had a child the same month, and it turned out to be our busiest month for the whole year. So August can be hot and cold, like you're saying.
It can.
22 sales we made, 9 of them over $1 million. The highest sale was $1,820,000.
Right, okay.
Just reel that off.
So the team, so 22 to me, in knowing the stats.
Yep.
That's down because you like to sell one a day, right?
Correct.
So you would have come through there or into that month thinking, Jesus, what's it going to mean for the month after that?
Yeah.
So what have the team been doing, and what have you picked up? Like, what areas do you concentrate on when you think it is going to be a little bit quiet?
Well, it's the same thing. You've got to keep prospecting. You've got to keep opening as many properties as possible on the weekend to meet as many potential sellers and, of course, buyers as possible. You just got to keep chugging along, keep doing what works. We've seen letter drops seem to have dropped off a little bit. You don't get as much response, but email outs and regular contact with the database is vital, and you just got to keep working it.
And activity in the office is really interesting, and sales was still good, but not what it can be.
Correct.
That's stock related, but the leasing side of things was absolutely pumping.
112. That's a record. Record for a winter month for us. I mean, that's the sort of figures we expect to do in January, February, which is obviously crazy times for us as you change the seasons. But 112, congratulations, Chris and Jen and the team. It was a massive run home. But guess what? It's left us with very little left to do this month in the leasing side. Now, I think it's a bit of a hangover from the fear of negative gearing being abolished at the election campaign. That campaign went for 2 months. A lot of people, a lot of sellers have sat on their hands, but a lot of investors did too. And here we are. This is what the climate would be like if they abolished negative gearing.
That's right.
There'd be a lot less investors buying, and there consequently less.
So my question is, do you think there's an element of some buyers getting frustrated and saying, "Well, shit, I've got to lease something again," so they're sort of disappearing from the market for a year?
That is exactly what we were thinking was also happening as well. I'll tell you, an anomaly to what we're saying here is, Paul, though, of the 22 sales we've done this month, is the number that going to the to leasing or to renting them out has diminished as well. It's very few. It's most of the sales were to owner-occupiers. So that's a bit of an anomaly to what I was going to say, is that you would have thought the investors would come back now that the election's over, but not yet. Not yet. And the stock levels
seems
are down.
a bit of a hesitancy to come to market, but they'll come.
Yeah, they will.
So tell us how September's looking.
Well, September we should get back on par with or come close to a sale a day. And moving forward throughout spring, we do have 50 odd auctions on the go. So that's between September, October and November. And we're still building for November. Interestingly, we worked out the other day, didn't we, Brett? We were doing another video, and whilst we were debating how many weeks were left, and it was a couple of weeks ago, so I think we're down to only 8 weeks left to get a property on the market to sell this side of Christmas.
That's right. So if anyone in the public is watching this, stock is the issue across the board. 22 sales means there wasn't a great deal available in Richmond and the surrounding areas. So the demand is still extremely high.
Yeah, look, and there is strong competitive bidding. We're quoting our properties with fuller quotes, and maybe traditionally going back a few years, the quotes are full. We can rely on our quotes. The reserves are generally within the middle area of the quotes that we have, and we're still seeing prices exceed that
Yeah.
because of the demand out there. And these results we got over $1 million. Some of them were big prices, unexpected.
Yeah.
So what
Tell
can
me a
you
bit
do?
about the pricing. So there's been an issue with another agency in your area, and that to a certain extent has changed the way people do talk about pricing in their area. Can you tell us a bit about how you guys are doing it?
We have on display this fact sheet that does have the median price. It does have the price range. It does have 3 comparable sales, and as near as we know with the vendors, because obviously some vendors they're not unsure of where their reserve will be, but generally speaking, we try and have that reserve in that mid-ish range of the price range, given a bit of flexibility in either direction if needed. We're just doing what we can to comply with the guidelines, and with the slow stock levels, still selling. It's not affecting anything,
tough. And then the market might change and it goes the other way.
We do have issues that a lot of buyers have an expectation that they've still got to add on top. You don't. No. You don't necessarily. The vendor will sell within those ranges.
Yeah, that's right. And that's the point I'm trying to get across here. That's if you come across one of the guys and the quote is exactly where the property's supposed to be.
Correct.
Yeah, so September's looking good. Rest of the year, we're hoping the momentum keeps up a bit. Last year seems to have been a bumper year, so there was more properties. But
what will happen? There'll be a late run in November as some of these buyers end up and they start buying in the outer areas when they're trying to upgrade. Because obviously, as a sort of first home, second home buyer, smaller homes, they want to get a family home. They need to go out of suburb. So there will be a flow-on effect later on in spring. I'm sure November will also be a big month.
And for any of the officers that are watching, Russell says to me every week when I'm talking to him on the phone, Paul, if anybody wants to come down to the office, spend an hour, half an hour, whatever it may be, if you want to do a walkthrough with Russell, sit in on meetings, whatever, please just give the office a call. He's more than happy to do it.
Absolutely. We've got 45 staff. We manage 2,300 rental properties. See how we manage that. See how we conduct the leasing side of the business. And of course, in sales, we try and knock over about 1 sale a day. Well, we did last year. It'll be a bit down next year. You're welcome. Come and have a look at how it operates.
Yeah. So the key that if you want to see what success looks like on the inside, give them a call.
Thank you very much, and hopefully we'll be back here next month.
Thank you very much. Thanks for watching, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye.